guys, I'm Alana and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, if you can already tell by the title, I am going to be showing you guys what I do with my makeup routine, like my everyday kind of makeup routine, and I'll be trying to give you as well my best little tips, tricks, hacks along the way. So wait, it's actually really uncomfortable, hang on. Okay, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to start by just cleansing my face with a cotton pad and this simple micellar cleansing water. I've literally just been using this since forever. It's just really good. It's a good one. It doesn't like do anything bad to my skin or anything. So yeah, it's just a little, it's a good little one to have. And I don't think it's too expensive. I'm not actually sure, I can't remember. But yeah, it's a good little cleansing water to have if you don't have one. Anyway, so yeah, that's my step one, is cleansing water. Then step two, I go in with this simple moisturiser, which again I've literally been using since forever. Again, this is just such a good little thing to have. Just a nice little moisturiser. It's not too expensive, it does the job, and doesn't irritate my skin. So yeah. Also, I just want to quickly say, I didn't post a video last week simply because, right, I had a video all recorded and done, but I recorded it all in one whole clip rather than like stopping and starting. So when I went to export it so I could edit it on my iPad, it didn't work. So then a couple of days ago I tried to film this video for this week and my camera died, which was fine. So then I started recording on my phone, but then I was actually just like really close to the camera and I didn't even realise. So I recorded the whole video and I can't even use it. So we're here again, and third time's lucky, right? So here we are doing my makeup routine. Anyway, so once I've moisturised, I go in with the classic Kylie Cosmetics Skin Tint in shade 3W. If you don't know by now that this is what I use, you should, because I literally use it in every single video. It's just a great product, but it's honestly the best little skin tint slash foundation that I literally ever have. And I just put it on my cheeks, a little bit on my chin. I try not to put any makeup on my forehead, like any liquid products on my forehead. I don't know why, I just never really have, unless I'm going out somewhere for something. But for an everyday kind of look, I just do my cheeks and my chin, especially with liquid products, so you know. Anyway, I'm just going to blend this in with this Real Techniques Beauty Blender, which is actually a bit dirty. I probably need a new one, but it's fine, it does the job. And I like my sponge when it's like, when I got it wet yesterday and then it's like dried down a bit, so it's still squidgy but it's not soaking wet, if that makes sense. Don't know if that's just me, but you know, that's what I like. So anyway, and then I try and avoid like right in my under eye area, simply because I don't want to build it up too much with concealer and skin tint, so I like to try and leave that out if I can. So yeah, so once that's all blended, then I will go in with my concealer. For concealer, I use this Kylie Cosmetics concealer in shade 3N, which I think is just a shade lighter than the skin tint, because that was 3W. I don't really know. But anyway, I literally just put a little blob there, and a little blob there, a little blob there, and a little blob there. And then I just put it in, but don't screw it on yet because I'm going to be coming back to it in a second. So I do usually just use the tip of my beauty blender to blend it out, because I use my concealer brush for something else, which I'll show you guys later. But anyway, I just really get, especially in like this corner bit, is where a lot of the shadow hits anyway, naturally. So I try and get as much concealer there as I can. And don't forget, I have said this tip before, but I'm going to say it again. If you want more of like a lifted look, or like a lifted face, or more shaped face, or whatever, if you just bring your concealer up, if you just bring all of your products upwards, it creates that kind of illusion. So yeah, but you don't want to bring it up too high where it's like all the way up here. You just want to angle it a little bit, just to sort of give a little something extra. Perfect. So now that that concealer is all blended, sometimes if I feel as if it is still a bit darker there, I will go in with a little bit extra concealer, but today I'm just going to leave it. I'm not really going any places, so we'll go with that. And then I put a little bit on my chin and a tiny bit right there. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but a bit on my chin and a little bit right up there. So then I'm done with my concealer, and I would put it on any like spots or anything that have arrived, but luckily enough I don't think I have any at the moment, which is wonderful. So yeah, apart from this one like right under my chin, but you can't see that anyway, so I try not to put anything on that. Okay, right, concealer check. Step 3 in my makeup routine, my everyday makeup routine, is, do you know what, it kind of changes depending what I'm feeling I want to do next. So right now I think typically I do blush next, so let's do that if I can find it. For blush, on an everyday basis, I just go in with this really old one. I think I make out on the back it says Lab Dr. Pierre Ricard. Don't know, I'll put the name on the screen somewhere. It's really old actually. I don't even know what shade it's in. It was my mum's, and I think my sister had it for some time, and now I've got it. But it's just like a good little powder blush. Like even the name is worn off on the lid. Like it did used to have the product name on there, or you know, like the brand, but it's not on there anymore. And this lid is breaking, as you might be able to. No. Oh, you guys. Oh, now I've just got like a detachable lid. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna have to go with it. It's okay, everything happens for a reason. So I go in with this number 7 brush. I don't even know where I got this from. It's probably really old. And I only use this brush for blush, which you can probably tell by the colour of it. But anyway, so what I do, I dip it in, and I saw this hack, new hack alert. So you dip it in, then if you like tap the end of your brush on a surface, I usually just use my hand. You could do your table, but it's quite loud, so I just use my hand. Just tap it into your hand, and apparently this is what I saw from someone else saying that Rare Beauty makeup artist sold them, I don't know, it was ages ago, and that like makes the product like distribute evenly on the brush, so then you get a bit more pigment. So for blush, again, you want to just like lift it upwards, but again not too much that it's just like, you know. So I don't really put too much blush on. I went through a stage in my life right when I was starting with makeup for quite a while I never used blush, literally never. I thought, why are people using blush? Like, I didn't need to use blush, I just used bronzer. Until I was doing a school show one time, and I asked one of my friends, I was like, do I need blush? And they're like, yeah, maybe just add a bit of colour to your face. And that really hit me. I was like, that's so smart, that's what blush does, it adds colour to your face. And I was like, why haven't I been using it? So anyway, since that day I use blush all the time. Anyway, you can see it's got like quite a lot of pigment there now. Also, I would, if I was going out, probably use my Rare Beauty blush, either the liquid blush or the powder shimmer one. Hang on, I'll show you guys in a second. Once I've just put this on. Also with blush, you want to try and make it kind of even with the angle that you do it at, because if it's not, it looks kind of weird. But if that's your style, you do you. So yeah, I just kind of apply it like this, and you can go a bit heavy because we're going to use our beauty blender to blend it out. So you might be thinking, oh my god, that is way too much blush right there. But it's not, because we're going to blend it out. And then I just use whatever's left on the brush just to brush it just over the little tip of my nose, just to give it a bit more of a sun-kissed look, which you can actually really see on camera. It doesn't look that bad in person, but even so, I just blend it out with my beauty blender. This is actually the only beauty blender I have, so I use it for everything. But you know what, it's great. Anyway, you can really see a difference now. Look at how much it's changed. So yeah, I feel like a beauty blender can really just save a makeup look. If you've done something too heavy, use a beauty blender. If you've done something too light, add more product and blend it with a beauty blender. Like, it's just, oh, it's just great. Anyway, yeah, let me just show you my Rare Beauty blush that I would usually use on like a night out or a concert or whatever. And I will do a video of my makeup routine of when I go out, but that'll be another time. So let me just quickly show you the product that I would use. So I would typically go in with this Rare Beauty blush. It's the powder blush in shade Happy, and can you guys see that shimmer? Look at how gorgeous that is. That is why I love this blush. It's probably one of my favourite products besides the Kylie Cosmetics skin. Why has it gone really dark? Is that just me? It's probably one of my favourite blushes besides the products, besides the Kylie Cosmetics skin tint. It's just a great product. It has so much pigment, it gives you a little bit of shine. It's great. And sometimes if I'm feeling a bit different, I will go in with, wait, where did I put it? Okay, I'm not sure where I put my Rare Beauty liquid blush or highlighter, but I usually go in with that, and I have the little mini one. Oh, it's right there. I see it. Here it is. This is the little Rare Beauty blush that I would use. I'm not sure what shade it's in. I'll have a look. But it's just like a little liquid one. It's in shade Hope. And then again, I also have the little mini. It's actually really small. The little mini Rare Beauty highlighter as well. Hang on, the liquid one, obviously. Oh, it's a bit crusty. I haven't used it in a while, but it's just a little liquid one. So yeah, okay. Just for anyone who's wondering, I'll just do a little swatch of this on my hand so you can see what it's like. Hang on, wait. Ooh, I think I've had a bit too much on there. Can you guys see that shimmer? Look at how good that is. See, this is why I love Rare Beauty products, because they're just great. They're just amazing. Hang on, and I'll do a little swatch of this one as well. I'll just do it here so you guys can actually see, it's probably way too much. But you get the idea. Look at that colour. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I need to wipe that off now because that is not going on my white top. How have I literally got that everywhere? Someone answer that. How has that even happened? I don't even know. I don't even know how that's happened. Right. Anyway, sorry about that. That was a major distraction. Let's carry on with my makeup routine. So I've done blush. Next up, I usually do highlighter or bronzer. So it kind of depends which one I think of first. But I think today, because I've thought of both at the same time, we're going to go in with bronzer. Now, I came up with a hack. If you want to use if you want to use your bronzer as a contour, I don't need to today, but I will share the hack again in case any of you missed that. So basically, if you've only got a fluffy brush and you can't bother to go buy a new one, then if you just grab a little hair tie and wrap it around your brush and then bring it up to the bristles, you can see it starts to get a little bit more dense because obviously you're clumping them all together. And then this way you get a bit more precision for your contour, but you've still got a great fluffy bronzer brush. Hack is 10 out of 10, honestly. Try it, you'll see. I don't even know if this is a bronzer brush, but it's the brush I use for bronzer. So anyway, the bronzer that I use is just this bronzer from Collection, the Bronze Glow one, in shade Terracotta 1. It's called a matte bronzing powder. It's from Superdrug, basically. As you can see, I've used it quite a bit. So I just dip my brush in. Oh, you guys didn't see. I just kind of like dip it in just a little bit. Tap off any excess. I literally just broke a bit off. Look at that. Just broke a bit. Anyway. And then I just get this part of my hand and just kind of go like that a couple of times so I don't get too much product. And then this is where I use the product on my forehead. I just go in a little bit just to give a bit more shape so the forehead doesn't feel left out, I guess. And do you know what I do sometimes? I sometimes just like pinch the little tip of the brush. I don't know why I do that, but it's just a habit that I've got into. But you know, fun fact. And then I just put a little bit sort of everywhere. And don't forget, we've got to use our beauty blender and obviously blend it down to the neck as well if it doesn't quite match. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So I just literally just do one dip in, one swipe, and I just really lightly go in on my neck just to make sure that it's not too much of a difference and it's semi-watt blended. So anyway, that's bronzer. So obviously then the next step, I've lost track of how many steps I've done now, but this whatever number step is highlighter, and currently I use this powdered Rare Beauty highlighter. It was my sister's old one, hence why it's a bit not all there. But this is gorgeous. This is in shade Enlighten. So you know, anyway, you do not need a lot of this, which is why I have it now. Basically what I do is I just get the fingerprint of my middle finger, dip it in there just on this bit because that's where the most product is at the moment. Do one swatch on just the little bit of my thumb just to get off any real excess, and I just lightly dab it on my cheekbone. And again, really do not mind about precision because we'll be going in with our beauty blender. So again, I just do one swatch, one dot, and dab. Dab, 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 dab. Now, I don't like to stroke on my highlighter, especially with my finger, because I feel like it will take off all the like blush and everything else that's underneath. So I just dab it on. Then I just get a little bit extra, do 2 dots on my thumb, and just gently press that onto the bridge of my nose. But I only focused it like right at the top because here no one really sees. And then I'll just drag it a little bit on the tip of my nose. Then if I'm feeling special, I'll just do it a little tiny bit in the corners of my eyes, trying to balance that out. Like so. It's really very simple. So then with my beauty blender, I'll just blend that out a little bit. But you don't want to blend it out too much that you don't have like the line definition, because it's meant to be on your cheekbone. So if you blend it out too much, it's just going to be like on your face, which isn't really what you want, but it's okay. If that's what you want to do that. And then just a little bit there. So there you go, that's highlighter. Then a new step actually that I've introduced is, oh my god, literally just had like a sneeze attack. Anyway, the next step is eyebrows. Now, I never used to do my eyebrows, but I bought this eyebrow pencil from Revolution the other day, where it comes with your spoolie brush end and your little, oh wrong way, and your little pencil end as well, which is like a twisty one. So I don't really know what I do with my eyebrows. It's a new thing. It's literally like the 3rd or 4th time I've done them. So what I'm going to do, please help me out in the comments if you know what to do. What I do is I brush them up first. Hang on, let me do that. And then I grab the pencil end and I just kind of, wait, hang on. I need to use a close-up mirror for this because without my glasses I can't really see what I'm doing. So basically what I do is just sort of start at the beginning, just doing like little fine lines, just sort of drag them out a little bit and sort of very lightly fill in the gaps. And then it looks like this, which isn't the best. Wait, let me do a close-up. Can you guys see? Yeah, it's not the best. So then what I do is I just kind of brush that out, just to kind of like fan it out a little bit. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And then it doesn't really look like much. Wait, whoa, what is this lighting? It doesn't really look like I've done much. Then I tend to just go in and do it again. So I'm gonna just finish this off camera and I'll be back for whatever my next step is. Okay, eyebrows are done to the best of my ability. They're definitely not the best. They're a bit, you know, but with mascara it does kind of bring it all together, and it might look a bit weird right now, but really, trust me, you gotta trust the process. So my next step is, now sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. It depends how I'm feeling. Today I'm gonna do it. Basically, I get my bronzer again and what I do is just kind of pinch it a little bit, close my eye, and just sort of give myself a bit of like a eyeshadow kind of look, you know. Just a very light one. You probably can't even see it on camera. Like I said, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It depends how I'm feeling. And whilst we're still on powdery products, I'm going in with my powder next. This is the collection Lasting Perfection Sheer Loose Powder in Matte Shade Transparent 1. Okay, this is what it is. This is literally just a loose powder. That's what it looks like on the inside, and it's got the little holes where the powder comes out. Okay, right, powder. I've really only started recently using and perfecting. I never used to use powder, but I do now. So before you even go in with your powder, you want to just blend out your under eyes just a little bit more. So I start with my beauty blender, and then I go in with my finger as well, just to create more of like a skin like texture under the eye and really get rid of those creases. So this is my Rare Beauty concealer brush. So what I do is I just dip that in to, I'll do a little close up for you guys. So I dip it in to the powder, tap off the excess, and then I just swirl it on my hand a little bit to really just get rid of that excess. Do another little tap and a little swipe. Then just really pat down the eyes. What I do, I go like this and just really try and make that stretch all over the under eye. And I might do that once or twice. Depends how much powder you get on your brush in the first place. Really depends if you want to do the tap, the swirl, the swipe, you know. You really kind of have to judge that yourself. But anyway, there you go. You guys see the difference? I can see the difference in real life. I don't know if it picks it up on camera. But anyway, so then what I do, oh wait, is I do the exact same steps on the other side. Generally what I only do in my powder, if I'm feeling a bit fancy, I'll get my Real Techniques powder puff. And I don't know whether you're meant to use the soft side. I think that's blush on there. I don't know if you're meant to use the soft side or the more like spongier side. I usually use the spongier side, but I saw someone the other day using the softer side, so I don't really know. I don't think it really matters. But I guess with this you've got this, which makes me think that you use that side. But anyway, I'll just go in. So I swirl it a little bit to just get the powder on there. Tap off the excess, and again swirl it on your hand so that it really only gets a tiny bit, and I just put a little bit on my chin just to even everything out a little bit, I think. There you go. Okay, powder done, check. Right, we're nearly at the end. We are nearly at the end. So then I'm gonna go in with this eyelash colour. This is the one from Elf. This is the one that I usually use pretty much every day. I do have one that is just from Superdrug, but this is the one that I tend to use just every day. So what I do to curl my lashes, I literally put them in the curler and just like gently clamp them. There you have a lovely curled eyelash. Okay, so then I do the same on the other side. There you go, there's my curled lashes. Then I go in with my one and only Rare Beauty mascara. This is the mini one. I think I probably need a new one, but this is actually really great value for money because I think it's only like £11 and you get like quite a lot of uses out of it. I think this one's nearly done, to be fair, but I got the black one in case anyone was wondering. I actually don't think they do another colour, I don't know. But then what I do is I just kind of blink it on, basically. Sometimes do like a little motion like this, kind of, when I'm blinking, just to really make sure that I coat every single lash. Then we do the same on the other side. Then I close my eyes so that it transfers, and then now you have lovely mascaraed lashes that you can actually see now, which is great. So I think that is pretty much it. Just to finish off though, I go in again with my micellar water. I literally use this all the time, and I just wipe the makeup that's transferred to my lips. I just wipe that off. And then I tend to just go in with, oh my god, I tend to just go in with Vaseline, to be quite honest. I do really like the aloe vera Vaseline stick. I use that all the time in the day. But in the mornings, once I'm getting ready, I just use the little tub of Vaseline. I don't really use any setting spray, only if I'm going out, simply because, one, I can't really be bothered, and two, I don't think it really does a lot, to be quite honest. But anyway, if anyone was wondering, these little clips were from Primark, I think. I'm actually not sure, but they were probably from Primark. So do you know what, that's that, and I think that's it actually. Oh, let me put my glasses on. Hang on. Oh, they're a bit dirty, bear with. Okay, lovely. Ignore the hair right now, I haven't finished that yet. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't mind, and leave a comment if you have any other tips or tricks for me, or any other kind of videos that you want to see. And I think that's it. So I'll hopefully, fingers crossed, if everything goes to plan, I will see you guys next Saturday. See ya, love you, bye.